My friends, as you know, Galvan has received its newest patch around Christmas time last year of 2025, which was an absolute behemoth of an update, right? Like an absolute behemoth. There were just so many things added, like having majority of aliens being made available to be unlocked. And then obviously aliens that are not developed have been locked, of course. Events and missions rewards were actually updated to better balance the content that needed to be unlocked, of course. And the patch had just so many things that were just including bug fixes and everything like that. But as you know, Haez works incredibly hard on this game and continues to do so. And in this video, we're going to be checking out exactly what's going to be coming to the game in the future, all different abilities, different things, improvements to the game. There's an actual mini boss fight that's being worked on that I've already covered that has to do with the blue Tetraman inspired by Kolar, who's going to chase you and leap after you to attack. He's pretty beefy too, and the game looks incredibly promising. But the current thing that Haez is working on is a building fire save, which is work in progress that you're seeing on screen. It's, you can extinguish fires and save villains. It's very heavily work in progress, but Haez is working on adding this as a random event to the game. And I'm blown away here because, like, when you actually look at the things that you do as forearms, is you're literally punching the bricks and the rocks and you're breaking into the building to actually save these people. It would be really cool if you could use like heat blast ability or like the R ability, the thunderclap, to put out the fire as well. That would be awesome. And I just wanted to say, just really quickly, I have to re-record the audio for this because for some reason it didn't work, and that's just a YouTuber thing. But also it is my birthday, so I want to thank you guys so much for all of your support, and just being alive for another year is great, man. I would not be here without you all. If you guys can hype this video on mobile as well, if you're watching it on there, that would be truly appreciated. But look at this, you're literally punching these rocks, and the way the physics fall apart as well in terms of the destruction, it looks awesome. And this will definitely add more like fresh things to the game, just different variations and variables and just a lot of different stuff for you to do, which is always great for a game like this. I mean, Haez has just put in so much time and so much effort, right, to this that I mean, come on. Come on, man. Being able to do stuff like this is incredible, right? Then we have, Rath being playable here, and he's one of my favorites, bro, because he just goes, "Let me tell you something," and he just gets so angry, man. But seeing him here, it's awesome. And one thing that I actually noticed here is you've got these Vilgax drones, man, and that just brings me back to Ben 10 Protector of Earth, and it is awesome to see them here, which means we're probably going to get more different enemies, variations of, enemies to take out, maybe mini bosses to do with the actual like Vilgax drones. I mean, who knows? But look at them there in that line. They look incredible. They look great. I love the physics of them falling down, and of course, like Rath one-shotting them, because they're just weak grunts, man. Like, look at them. They're just here. They're just being used as a showcase for Rath to just absolutely just dice them up, right? Like, he's just completely dicing them up, and he's great. And I love the design of Rath. I'm pretty sure like Rath had like an ultimate transformation or something in like Omniverse, thanks to Albedo, which was kind of crazy actually for this guy to have an ultimate form, because like he's already so OP and so strong. So once you get to that point, dude, I mean, what can you do? But look at all these guys just laying there on the ground. I'm totally excited for the future of this game because there's so much that you can do, so much that you can add. I mean, like, are you kidding me right now, dude? Like, look at this. So you've even got a version for Humongousaur's animations for the Rubble Save event, because you've obviously only had 4 arms, and now you've got Humongousaur doing this too, which looks amazing. And with Humongousaur, actually, I was already thinking about this. And what if you could do this with, transforming into Ultimate Humongousaur, and your animation's just a bit different to the point where he doesn't struggle as much? Like, he does it so much easier because obviously Ultimate Humongousaur is the pinnacle evolution for Humongousaur's species, because he was run through like a simulation to become the strongest he possibly could. Like worst case scenario, right? Like completely worst case scenario. and this does look absolutely incredible. I'm such a huge fan of just all the little things that Haez is adding to this game, because I mean it just all makes it worth it at the very end of the day, right? Like, look at this, it looks amazing. And then the next thing that we have is actually tutorial pop-ups. So Haez has been working on optimizing the HUD for the player, because you know, you don't want all of these different elements in your screen to be popping up and clogging all the space. So pretty much the whole point is you know, the tutorial pop-ups that will pop up when you transform or unlock an ability for the first time, and then you kind of know what to do with it. So as you can see, for showcase purposes, you have a tutorial after transforming into like Heat Blast, and then it shows off his Supernova. So it really does look great, and I think that having this here is absolutely important, because you do want to have all of these little things that kind of switch it up and make it different, because this is the type of thing that makes the game much easier to digest for the player. I mean, especially like if you've got like new people coming to these games, and I mean that you don't want 100,000 different things going on. Like if you look at Call of Duty nowadays, it's just like, it's overstimulating. There's 100,000 different things going on the screen, and it's just too much, right? And speaking of which, you also have ability displays in the game menu, so you could add small clips that display an ability here while you're scrolling through the skill tree, which is quite handy. And you know, of course, my favorite thing for Heat Blast is his like flight ability with the rock. I think that looks amazing, and currently only a handful of abilities have clips. And the other thing I really like about this overall thing with the menu is, well, I mean, you look at the actual thing, it's inspired by Marvel Spider-Man, which isn't a bad thing, because Marvel Spider-Man kind of locked in with the actual like menu design. So this overall looks absolutely incredible, and I'm such a damn huge fan of just this like HUD and everything overall. Like, it just works, it's super simple, it's all there, it's not a cluster or a mess to navigate through, and the aliens look really cool sitting on the Omnitrix there. I think that is just such a nice touch, and it just makes me think how much all these different, well, not different companies, but people are missing out by just letting the Ben 10 IP and franchise like sleep in terms of game development, right? Then we also actually have a Diamondhead spike attack here that Haez is working on, and it makes sense that, you know, Diamondhead's so OP here, one-shotting all these Vilgax drones, which, by the way, Vilgax drones, right? Really cool. But, you know, like this dude, Diamondhead, was able to pretty much almost one-shot a Vilgax that was significantly amped with the 10 huge different abilities from, you know, the protectors of, like, you know, those different alien worlds, right? So, like, these were the strongest fighters on the planet who took their abilities, and they couldn't take down this guy, right? An OG alien from Ben, which is great, dude. So, I don't mind him being OP. I love the way he looks in this game. I hope we can like also surf on like diamonds and things like that. And then we also have Waybig with his new ability, Super Speed, which makes him look like the Flash. It looks absolutely amazing, by the way. There's something inherently so terrifying about a giant Toku star running around at this speed. It absolutely terrifies me, dude, because he's so big. And in the actual game, if you've played this already, you know, you can actually crush the buildings. You can literally crush them. And I wonder if he's going to actually get faster when you go ultimate Waybig. Like, will he get faster, and will the color change to like blue or like a different color to signify like the amp? Because, you know, ultimate Waybig would be the pinnacle of a Toku star, which is kind of crazy, right? Just on its own, it's literally crazy. But could we say how good the effects here look? I know I'm just yapping, but I'm just such a fan of Haez's work here. It looks absolutely fantastic, absolutely incredible. You could feel all the love and passion and just dedication poured into this, and I couldn't be more proud of all the work that's being put in here for different aliens and all these little different abilities, man. It all adds up for the end product, which is the enjoyment of Ben 10 fans and providing just a wonderful experience in terms of being able to have an open world Ben 10 fan game, right? That's what it's about. Then we actually have Sumo Slammer card variants and a new HUD for collecting. So these new variants for Sumo Slammer cards are being added just to spice things up. and you can see a new indicator for collecting these cards and things like XP and Omni Energy. So this is going to be the brand new indicator that you're going to see of what you've collected. So crystals, XP for missions and events, etc. And I think it's a lot easier to digest because it's very clear, it's very concise. It tells you exactly like the number of what you've collected and how much. So that you got your Omni Energy, you've got your like XP here, right? Like you've got everything that's very clear and concise. And I know some people might be bored with like this type of presentation and things, but stuff like this is important to a game, right? It's important to a game to have the presentation to be very clear so you actually know what's going on. And he's communicating that to the player very, very effectively here. Because to me, like, game development is magic, dude. I do not understand it, but it takes so much work. It is not an easy thing at all whatsoever. So I am just blown away by this, and I will continue to be blown away by this amount of work that Haez has absolutely put into this game, which is just amazing. And I want to say I'm very, very proud of him for also working, you know, with different voice actors, like the people from the Ink Tank being able to voice all these different aliens and pour their passions into it, because it would have been so easy to just use AI voiceovers, but Haez isn't like that. Haez absolutely went all the way in and got professional. Well, yeah, they are professional voice actors, right? Like they put in so much time and effort and dedication, and they know how to voice certain characters. So I would say that, right? And I want to look at more of Waybig here running around, but I also want to say I'm going to link Haez's Twitch in the description, because Haez sometimes goes live creating this game, so you could actually see behind the scenes and enjoy watching the actual process, because believe me, it is complex. And also, Haez is actually working on a game for Steam, right? Our first absolute like project. It's called Seagull Saute, which is pretty much a tropical FPS where you kill seagulls for money to upgrade your gear and battle against big sea creatures, which sounds absolutely incredible, right? And if you go to the Discord, you can actually see like an update for this in general, and you could wishlist the game on Steam, so I'm going to have that in the description as well, because I want you guys to support Haez's other endeavors as well, because, you know, Haez works on this game, right? But who knows, this game could eventually be taken down by you know, the people behind Ben 10, things like that, if they ever decide to do a game like this. So Haez is of course working on his own game, like official game, original game, whatever you want to call it, and I just dropped my controller, ignore that. I'm just very, very excited for the future here. I'm going to support the game as well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. You guys are absolutely the best. Like I said, I wouldn't be here without you. I'm just so appreciative and grateful to you all for always supporting me and the channel. And in return, you know, I want you guys to also go support Haez with this game, right? So yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Peace.